For many active women, daily life involves a persistent, quiet calculation. It is the background anxiety of anticipating the sudden, uncomfortable dampness that often follows a simple movement, forcing a constant reliance on panty liners. This silent vigilance takes a severe toll on professional confidence, especially for fitness coaches, athletes, and performers whose routines require physical exertion. Involuntary actions like a heavy laugh, an unexpected sneeze, or a quick jump become sources of dread rather than natural reflexes. While stress urinary incontinence often feels like a permanent condition, it is a localized mechanical failure. Because it is mechanical, it can be systematically reversed. To understand the solution, we have to look at the architecture of the female pelvic floor. It is a structural system containing three primary portals: the urethra, the vagina, and the rectum, each secured by an elastic, watertight skeletal sphincter. When you jump or cough, a massive downward pressure wave hits the pelvic floor. Failure occurs here, at the bulbospongiosus muscle, which thins from sedentary habits. Lacking resistance, the force overcomes these fibers, and the urethral lumen is mechanically forced open. Restoring the resting tone of this specific muscle provides the resistance needed to counter the pressure wave and maintain a secure, dry seal. Rebuilding this tissue requires a targeted method of muscular rehabilitation called intimate gymnastics. The primary obstacle to recovery is neurological. Many women lack the superficial motor control required to even sense these specific muscles. This illustrates the common global squeeze error. When attempting to engage the pelvic floor, beginners often unconsciously tense their abdominals, glutes, or inner thighs, while the actual target superficial layer remains inert. Physical effort is only effective if the brain can route neural commands directly to the specific area where the weakness lives. To fix this connection, we use the traffic light exercise, a cognitive protocol designed to force the brain to separate the pelvic floor into three isolated zones. Starting at the top portal, we have the red light zone, isolating the clitoral bulb and external urethral sphincter. Next is the yellow light zone, contracting exclusively around the vaginal entrance. Finally, the green light zone targets solely the anal sphincter. After mastering this separation, the training focuses entirely back on the red light zone. This is where you rebuild the fast twitch and slow twitch fibers that seal the urethra. This isolation establishes a firm lower lock that reflexively springs shut the moment a pressure spike occurs, blocking involuntary leaks. To track your progress, use a simple diagnostic test. Attempt to halt the flow of urine midstream. In the early stages, the muscle may feel blind to your nervous system, and the flow will likely continue unchecked despite your mental effort. Consistency determines the speed of recovery. Mild cases often see neuromuscular awakening within 10 days. Structural remodeling typically takes 2 to 4 weeks of steady discipline. With steady practice, the neural connection solidifies. During a diagnostic test, you will find you can halt the flow instantly using mental intent alone. Halting the stream confirms that the cortical pathways between your brain and the urethral sphincters have been successfully restored. If you have practiced for weeks but still experience leaking during a jump or cough, it indicates a technical error. This cross-section shows the error: incorrect bracing. If you are tensing your deep levator ani or bracing with your abdominals, you are creating a force that actually pushes the organs downward. Slow down your practice. Stop bracing and redirect your entire focus to the anterior red light zone until the correct muscle awakens. Reclaiming this functional tone allows you to return to high-impact workouts, performances, and daily routines with the confidence of a reliable, dry seal.